All right, guys, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday for everybody. I think today that's Monday, everybody's a little bit slow, right? With the charts, a little bit slow with the analysis, with the diligence, patience, all that stuff. So, since it's Monday, it's really important for us to start appropriately, right? So it's not easy, right? Especially for those who have to wake up pretty early. Um, But trading is awesome. Making money is good. So it's worth it. All right, so this looks bearish right now. So it seems we're going to have quite a breakout up here in Euro USD, AUD USD as well, because we are at a very important resistance over there. And, there are some lots of things going on. For example, look at New Zealand USD is just super bullish. GJ might have this breakout. Finally, this level is an important one. It's coming from way before, but I just draw this new one. Anyways, we're gonna go through an analysis for all of these pairs, right? Try to identify what the market analysis is and trying to determine if there is a good trading opportunity right now or later on today, right? So it's Monday. There's no rush, right? We gotta take it easy. It's not about making money. Um, and it's more about taking advantage of what the market provides, right? So from here, let's try not to manage, I mean, not to force our trades, but to trade appropriately based on what we have in the charts, right? So let's make sure that we take a look at the charts and we make the appropriate and the right analysis, and from there we can believe that we are going to make money. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at USD Okay, so this one has provided quite an interesting price action. Look at this. Look at this descending channel and the strength of that descending channel and what's going on now. Can you see that? So this is very interesting because it was coming all the way down, respecting this descending channel, this resistance trend line and this support trend line. And every time that the price touched any of those levels, it pivot from there to the next, I mean, to the other level, right? Can you see that? So from there, we can believe, okay, the price was really was really descending, it was coming all the way down. And many people believe, okay, there is no way to know when that's gonna stop, right? So we have this descending channel, and many people believe, okay, we don't really know when that, downward motion is going to stop and it's going to start creating a new upward trend. When is that going to happen? So many people believe there is no way to know when that's going to happen. But that's not true. And I'm going to tell you how you can do that and why that is not true. Okay, so first of all, this is the 30-minute time frame, and from here we can see very clearly this downward momentum, right? This downward motion. And now we can see how, look at this, how the price, when it touched the resistance trend line, went straight up, it came all the way down, but now it's creating this definite, breakout to the upside. So we are not respecting this previous motion anymore, right? So from here we can expect the price going up, right? So my bias is definitely bullish over here. My bias is definitely bullish over here in USD and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so first of all, this is the 30-minute time frame, and we can find out when the end of this type of movements is going to happen from a top-down analysis. What I mean with that is you go to the higher time frame, right? And then you go through your analysis, and then you can believe, okay, now this is going to happen. For example, when the price came all the way down here, right? Below this level, let me just make it a little bit clearer. So everything that happened below this support, I mean all of this movement, let me draw some. All of this movement over here was a false breakout of a daily time frame analysis. So from there, we were talking about how this was the end of this descending channel, right? And we're talking, okay, so from here, we can expect that the price is just gonna break above that resistance trend line, and it's gonna create a new movement to the upside, right? Being the end of this descending movement, descending channel, right? Because on the daily time frame, this movement below this level was a false breakout, right? Let's take a look at the daily time frame, and I'm gonna tell you why, I mean what I'm talking about. So this is the daily time frame in USD right? And look at this. Can you see that? Right? And look at this. Look at the support. You see that? So from there we got a trend line and we got a support. And there we got, a false breakout. We got, a little bit of a wick, right? In the higher time frame, that looks like a wick. These two candlesticks, this bearish candle and the next bullish candle, right? So both of them look like a wick. So from there, after we got this, this trend, and we got, look at this, support being broken, but the price went straight up with this bullish candle. I was okay, the price is now gonna go up. So this descending channel over here that we were looking at in the 30-minute time frame, right, was finished. Okay, so that's why I believe USD is now going up, right? So this is, you know, the low. This is a higher high, right? This is a higher low, right? This is not a higher high. This high is below the previous one. However, this is a higher low again. Okay, so in the daily time frame, I believe this one is gonna go up. Maybe it's not gonna reach this previous high, but it's gonna, create some movement to the downside like this. Okay, and that's because this higher high, I mean this high was not higher than the previous one, so this bullish trend might, come to an end. However, now in the 30-minute time frame, I mean what's going on now, it's telling us that the price is gonna go up, right? So that's the reason why and how I knew that the descending channel was finished in the 30-minute time frame. Okay. In the same analysis I did, I mean, I made this analysis um, last week. I think it was on Tuesday, I believe, or Wednesday, right? Saying, okay, the price is now gonna go up, right? Okay, so that's how you can know if when the end of a descending or ascending channel is finished. Does it make sense? Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what's going on here. So from here, look, from here it still looks bearish, right? So from here I see a bearish, very strong bearish candle. Look at this, right? This is our descending channel. And look at this candle, this bearish candle. That's a bearish engulfing candle that's very strong and that's rejecting this resistance trend line, right? Can you see that? And this is quite an important horizontal level, right? And now look at that candle rejecting that resistance trend line. So from there, I would believe, okay, so now that we got that candle, I'm gonna look for sales over here, right? But I'm not gonna open that position, and I just told you why, right? Because I believe that the price can go all the way up. Maybe not to this previous high, but maybe I would believe this is quite an important level over here. So maybe it can reach that high before it keeps dropping. All right. So from here, I won't open a selling position. All right. I won't open a selling position. And that's the reason why. So from here, we can expect the price going up in the lower time frames. All right. We can believe that the price is going to go up in the lower time frame. All right. So guys, if you have specific questions, just let me know. Now let's go to the lower time frame and see what's going on. So this what I'm doing right now. It's called a top-down analysis. When you go from the daily or higher time frames to lower ones, and in that way you know exactly what's going on in the market and you can align, right, what's going on in those time frames. And then when you come down to your time frame, in my case is the 30-minute one, and everything aligns. For example, if the daily time frame is telling me that the price is gonna go up, the 4-hour time frame is telling me the same thing, and then the 30-minute time frame is telling me the same thing, and I spot a really good, opportunity to go long or to buy, well, I'm opening that position. I'm buying, right? Because I'm increasing the probabilities of that setup, right? I know that the buyers are on my side. Okay, so I'm going in the same direction of the buyers. All right, so from here, look at what's going on here. So what key levels would you draw here? So take a look at how I draw my key levels and try to determine if you would do it in the same way, right? So look at this, that's a key level, right? It was support here, resistance here, support multiple times here, resistance in here, and here as well, right? Something like that. And this is another key level, right? And we are right there now. I think it would be a little lower, something like this. All right, why? It was support here. It was support here. This that happened below it was a false breakout, right? It was resistance here, and now we are there again. Okay, so that's an important level. All right, so from there, what can we expect, right? What can we expect? Well, from here, you see that the price has a very strong bullish momentum, right? Look at this bullish strength is very strong. And from there, we can see how the price is reacting to that level. So we got, a dodgy candlestick. The previous 1-hour candle was a dodgy candle, which is an indecision candlestick. And now we're having some sort of, quite a bullish pin bar, but I would say it's just a hanging man, right? The most current candle being created. But that one has 39 more minutes to go. So what's going on now with that candle is not telling us anything, right? We have to wait 39 minutes to know, okay, what's going on in this 1-hour time frame. So from here, it is not clear for me, you know, what to expect or expect for something, right? So from here, I'm not doing anything from the daily time frame, right? I know that I have, a line like this one, something like this. And I got this breakout, this false breakout of that line, and in the 4-hour time frame, this push to the downside looks like a very strong bearish candle, right? And now the price is just going up again, respecting this bullish trend, right? And that's why I'm not doing anything here in USD CHF, all right? So do not open in position in here, not as of right now, not right now. So let's go to the 30-minute time frame. This is my time frame. This is the time frame that I trade on. So look at this. The price is going up, right? From here, this looks like a high. This definitely looks like a high, right? Do you agree with that? So I can believe that the price is, creating this higher highs and higher lows structure, right? So from here, I still have this bullish bias, but it's not clear. It is not clear, not at least it is not clear enough to open a position. Okay, so if I feel like this, I'm not opening any position, right? That's how I make an analysis, is that's how I come down to my time frame and see if I am gonna open a position. If it's not clear, I'm not gonna risk my money, right? It's not about forcing your trades. It's about making your analysis and just being patient. And remember, guys, if you're not able to wait until a clear setup is formed, then you won't be able to make money. So I hope you understand that pretty soon in your trading careers. Okay? If you're not able to wait until a clear setup is formed, you won't be able to make money. Okay, so you will be one of those 96% of traders who quit trading, right? So be patient, right? I mean, if you're willing to work, right, on an 8 to 5 job, and I don't know, maybe in an office, most likely it is in an office, maybe in a call center, maybe you're selling stuff, maybe you're just, working in some production labor, I don't know, maybe lifting things or I don't know, whatever. If you're willing to do that, aren't you willing to freaking wait until something is clear, right? So do that. So from here, I really wanted to open this selling position here in Euro USD because of the strength of that level. Look at the strength of this level. It's very strong. So from here, let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so let's make a quick analysis to see if selling here would be a good idea. Now, I mean to sell here now. Um, Look at the dollar index. So the dollar index, well, let's make this analysis and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, all right? So look at Euro USD. Euro USD since last week has been respecting the horizontal levels, sacredly, right? Can you see that? Look, if I erase this, look, can you see that? So all of those are horizontal levels, and the price, I mean, price action has been respecting those levels a lot. Can you see that? Look, a lot, right? So those are horizontal levels that are being respected sacredly. Okay, and now look at the strength of that resistance right now. The price is here, it was support here, it was support here, it was resistance here, so that's a key level, right? That's a that's a level. I mean, the price here, this price is a price where every time that the price action touches that price, it creates some type of reaction, right? It pivots from there. It pivots from there, right? So that's what I need to know, first of all, to spot a really good entry, right? So I need to spot really good entries at key levels. For example, that one, that's a key level. So I would be looking for a good entry, right? I need to start looking for more confluence factors. I have one of them, which is the key level, right? Okay, so I have the key level. Now let's make an analysis to see if there is something in that key level that's gonna allow me to open a position and incur, I mean, with a high probability of me making money, right? All right, so let's make an analysis in here. Okay, so what's going on here? What you can see there is just a very, clear level being respected right here, a very clear level being respected. But now look at this. Look at this movement here. That movement looks like a false breakout of this support, right? It looks like a false breakout of that support, like this one. This was another false breakout of that support. So the price came down, right? But it was not a definite movement, creating a new trend below the level. Instead, the price went straight up. Okay, so when that happens, that's a false breakout, and that type of breakouts take the stop losses of the traders, right? So those are manipulations of the market for people to believe that the price is gonna, create a new movement in a new direction. And many people open positions in the same direction of the breakout. But then what happens is that the same ones that push the price below the levels are not the seller, they are not the sellers, but they are the buyers. So when they have pushed the price a little bit below that level, that key level, what they do, they just open lots of buying positions, pushing the price to the upside and taking all of those stop losses or taking all of that money from the ones who opened selling positions, right? So this is what happened in here as well. So now look at the strength of this bullish momentum to the upside. right? It's very strong. And look at those pin bars. Those are bullish pin bars rejecting lower prices. So what I mean with that is that the most immediate price action is telling me that the bullish momentum is very strong, right? So that's what I can see there with those candles. So we don't only need to see the price action and the key levels, but also the momentum or the strength in those candles, right? This the story that those candles are telling us. So this is a bullish story, right? So from there, I believe that the buyers are very strong, even though we are in this very important level now. I believe that the bulls, I mean the buyers, are very strong. So selling here would be very risky, all right? Look at the strength of that bullish momentum. So why would you fight that momentum? Just because we are at a key level? Well, that key level can be broken. Like it was broken here, like it was broken here, right? Like it was broken here. So that level has been broken before, and it was broken because there was enough liquidity in the market to break it. All right, so we might be in that breakout now with this bullish strength. So from here, even though we are at a very important key level, I wouldn't sell Euro USD, and that's the reason why. Also, just to confirm my analysis, I just need to go to the dollar index. Hold on 1 second. I just need to go to the dollar index right here and see what's going on. Look at what's going on. So these are, rejection candles of lower prices, but look at the strength of this. Let me just make it bigger. Look at this candle, this strong bearish candle, right? That bearish engulfing candle, it's quite definite. It's telling us, okay, I'm coming down, guys. I'm coming down, right? So this candle is telling us the story of how the sellers are pushing the price down, down, down. So why would you look for buys in the dollar index? And if the dollar index is coming down, I mean, if the dollar is losing value, it's losing strength in the market, that means that the euro USD is gonna get strength. I mean, it's gonna get stronger, right? So if the euro USD is gonna get stronger, why would I sell this, right? Why would I sell this? Instead, I'm looking for buys, right? Instead, I can expect the breakout of that level. What level? This one, the one that we are at right now. So I would wait for that breakout and then look for buys. So that's the reason why I didn't sell and I'm not selling euro USD, right? Look at the dollar index. Look at this at the bearish strength of the dollar index. Look at this. Look at this candle. Look at these candles. Can you see that? Right? So from here we can expect the price doing this. So if this one is bearish, if this one, I mean, clearly looks bearish, why would I sell Euro USD? Why would I sell AUD USD or New Zealand USD? That doesn't make sense, right? That doesn't make sense. So making an analysis for the dollar index can provide you guys a really good entry, all right? It can provide you guys a really good opportunity in the other pairs. So if I make an analysis here, I know, I can have a clear bias about what to expect in the other pairs. So that's why making an analysis in the dollar index is going to help you a lot. Okay. Okay, so from here, I can expect that the price is going to drop in the dollar index. The price went straight up. It created a false breakout in here, a false breakout in here, right? Which in the higher time frame looks like a rejection of higher prices or a false breakout of that resistance. And from there, we can expect that definitely the price has reached a high of this bullish strength. And now it's going to create a new push to the downside, which is this one that I just draw. All right. So if I have this bearish bias here, I'm looking for buys in Euro USD, I'm looking for buys in AUD USD, I'm looking for buys in the New Zealand USD, I'm looking for sales in USD CHF. All right, I'm looking for sales in USD CHF. Okay, does it make sense, guys? I hope it does. I hope it does. Okay, so from here, let's go again to Euro USD. Okay, so look at that. We are having the breakout, right? We're finally having that breakout. Okay, so with that breakout, look at this. We're having this breakout of this key level. With that breakout, I can expect the price going up. So I'm just waiting for this pullback. Okay, I'm waiting for that correction because there is always a correction. Okay, maybe not in the lower time frame, but maybe in the higher time frame, or maybe not in the higher time frame and in the lower time frame, right? So there is always a little bit of a pullback or correction, right? Even though the price might go all the way up, but if I go to the lower time frames, I will find that breakout. Sorry, that pullback, that correction movement. Okay, so from here I can expect the price going up. Definitely the price is breaking above that level, creating this correction movement, this pullback, and then I'm gonna look for buys here. That's what I'm expecting to happen. And when that happens, I'm super willing to to buy and put this my take profit here in this level. That would be my take profit. And depending on how, let me erase this, depending on how, tight my stop loss is. So if I open a position down here, in my stop loss is something like, I don't know, normally in Euro USD we get, we can get from a 7 to 10 pips stop loss in the 30-minute time frame. So let's talk about an 8 pips stop loss, right? If I get an 8 pips stop loss in here, I could get a 4 to 1 trade. If I can manage to have this type of stop loss, I can have this, potential reward. Okay, this is my analysis. I'm not predicting the future. So many people would say, "Oh, you're trying to predict what's going to happen, and you have told us that you can't do that, that you can't predict because that's going to go against you." Yes, I'm not predicting the future. I'm just making my analysis, and if it happens, if I have an opportunity like this one, then I'm going to open a position. So I'm not trading, I'm not predicting the future. I'm just predicting what I'm going to do if this scenario presents in the chart. All right. So from here, if that happens, that's going to be a massive opportunity, right, to make a 4 to 1. So for example, today is Monday. On Mondays, I don't risk 2%. I only risk 1% of my account on Mondays because price action doesn't behave, appropriately on Mondays. So if this happens, I'm going to risk only 1%. And if it hits my take profit, I'm going to be making 4% growth in my account on a Monday. That's super nice. Okay, that's just amazing. Okay, guys, that's my analysis for Euro USD. I hope it makes sense. I'm waiting for that to happen. If that happens, that would be massive. Now, what's the other, scenario? If that doesn't happen, what can happen? Look at this. If this breakout becomes a false breakout, the price doing this and this again, well, that false breakout is just increasing the probability of these sells, right? Why? Because that false breakout is going to become a rejection candle, right? A pin bar like this one. Look at this. Something like that. Okay? So if that false breakout occurs, well, I'm just going to be waiting for the opposite scenario to happen, right? A correction or pullback, and then I'm selling here. Okay? My take profit would be this one over here. So that would be a smaller take profit, but at least a 2 to 1 trade. Okay? So that's what I'm expecting here in Euro USD. Either if I have a definite breakout or a false breakout, I can make money. All right, I can make money in both scenarios. Now let's go to the AUD USD. Look at this one. This one really looks like pretty similar, very alike to Euro USD, very alike to Euro USD. Look at that. So let's go through the analysis on this one and see what we would do in Euro USD. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the daily time frame and see what's going on. Okay, so what do you see there? What do you see in AUD USD? What can you get from there? Okay, so we have this very important level, right? Support here, resistance here, right? I don't know if it's, well, anyway. Okay, so from here, look at this. This is an important level right there. That was a strong resistance, very strong resistance. And this one could be, a false breakout of that level. But then we got the immediate breakout, right? So from here, look at this. Look at the yesterday's candle. We could see yesterday. Well, anyway, look at that candle. Can you see that? That's a gravestone doji. So the gravestone doji is telling us an story of rejection of lower prices, right? So that gravestone doji is telling us, okay, I'm rejecting lower prices. Most likely the next candle is gonna go up, all right? Why? Because the bulls were able to push the price all the way up after the sellers wanted to break below that level. So that's the story of that, gravestone doji. So from there, we can expect the price going up. Not that much, actually. Not that much because this looks like a high, all right? This one is a top. And today is Monday, and I'm telling you guys this today because I'm gonna repeat this again later on in the week. This is a top, and the price is gonna go down, right? So I have a bearish bias in the daily time frame, but today, I mean now, the price is gonna go up a little higher, all right? The price is gonna go a little higher, but not that much because this is a high, right? Why I believe it's a high? What's the anatomy of a high? Well, look at this. In reality, this is the level. This was a bearish engulfing candle. This that happened above that line is just a false breakout, okay? And then look at this. I want to show you something. Look at the strength of that bearish candle. That was a definite candle. And then we got another bearish engulfing candle, right? So the strength of this bearish momentum here is telling me that this is a high, right? And that the price can go down, right? But what's going on now? The price is reacting to this level, right? And the price, I mean, the sellers, they need to grab liquidity. I mean, they need to wait a little bit more for more people buying Euro AUD USD, right? They need more traders and more smaller financial institutions buying AUD USD. And then when the price has gone up, they are gonna open all of those selling positions to push all of those buyers to the downside, okay? Making profits with their money, so taking their money, all right? So the sellers they need to wait until there is more liquidity, a better entry to push the price down, okay? So that's gonna happen, but now it's going up. Now they're grabbing liquidity. So because they're grabbing liquidity, I'm looking for buys, okay? I'm looking for buys in there. I'm not looking for sells in the lower time frame, all right? In the daily time frame, I would never buy. Okay, I wouldn't buy in the daily time frame, but in the lower time frame I would definitely buy. Now take a look at what's going on in the 4 hour time frame. Well, I think this perspective doesn't provide too much of a price action to make an analysis, but let's do it. Okay, so this is a very strong, bullish, momentum and strength, something like that. The price created this high, right? Can you see how the price started to create a sideways movement right at the top of this bullish trend? Can you see that? Very clear. So that's a very clear price action, right? Sorry, breakout, retest, continuation. right? Elementary school price action, elementary school trading, right? So you have a bullish trend, and then you have some sort of consolidation period. With that consolidation being provided, you have a clear idea that this bullish trend has come to an end, right? The bullish, strength is finished. There is not enough, people or financial institutions buying these, I mean, the Australian dollar, right? They are taking some profits up here. They have opened their positions down here, pushing the price all the way up. And when the price has reached this high, they have made some profits. They start taking profits and closing their positions. The sellers start jumping in the market. And when you have the breakout of that support, then you have your entry. Then you have your confirmations. Okay, the sellers are, responsible for the new next movement to the downside, right? And now the price, created this pullback, and then you can join those sellers, which is what happened. Look, this was the entry. Okay, elementary school trading. Now the price creating this impulsive move to the downside, corrective move, impulsive move, and now the price is creating again a corrective move. So look at this level. That's an important level here. So the price is going up. I think the price is gonna keep going up. And from there, we have just to wait until we have a confirmation of sales. Or, let me make it clearer. I'm gonna go closer. Okay, so we are here right now. All right. So there are two possible scenarios, either buys or sells, right? This is an important level. And this is another important level that got broken, right? So this is the motion that we're having. So from here, we have two options. So two things can happen in here. We either have, the price rejecting that level and dropping all the way down. That's the that's the scenario number one. And the scenario number two is the price breaking above that level and then coming down and showing rejection of this level. Okay, so those are the two possible scenarios. We just have to wait and make money with any of them. Okay, so you don't have to be actually right in both of them. We just have to wait until we have a confirmation. All right. So now the price is bullish, and from what I was saying in the daily time frame, I believe it's bullish, right? It's just going up. All right. I believe it's just going up. So maybe what we're gonna have is the second scenario of the price breaking above that level, creating a correction movement, and then we can join those buyers. All right. And from there, from this high, maybe we're gonna have, the higher time frame push after this breakout, right? Of the bullish structure that we had, remember? So we are in this, can you see this arrow? We are there, right? We are in this arrow, right? So the price can go this high before it keeps dropping. So let's wait and see what's gonna happen from here. We can just wait and see if we have a clear, entry point. If we have that confirmation, we will open a position. Okay, guys, that's the price action. That's the story of price action now, right? This yellow line that you can see there, that's the daily line that got broken. Okay, so the price can, I think that price can reach that high, and if we have a rejection from there, I'm selling. But if we have, a breakout, I'm buying. Now, that's the 4-hour time frame. In the 30-minute time frame, look at this. Let's take a look at the Bollinger Bands. Okay, so let's see how this current candle closes, right? Let's take a look at how this current candle closes. What's going on with the dollar index? Okay, so let's wait and see what's going to happen because this current candle, is rejecting that resistance, and that's a very strong resistance. Can you see it? That's a very strong resistance. And from there, look at this. right? So that's a strong resistance, and the price has respected multiple times that resistance. And look at that pin bar. That's a rejection candle. So we still have, 12 more minutes to go, but that's a strong rejection candle. And also, if we take a look at the Bollinger Bands, we can see how that wick is also rejecting the higher level of the Bollinger Bands. Okay, so we use Bollinger Bands only in horizontal markets, horizontal levels, like this one. Okay, like this one. So from here, right, what we can believe, we can believe that the price is gonna drop, right? Okay, so we can believe that the price is gonna drop. All right, guys. So from here, I don't know, I'm not gonna open any position, even though this one definitely looks kind of clear, coming down. I have to say that. I have to say that this looks like a clear signal to drop, to go down. So maybe it's gonna go down a little bit before it breaks above that level, because I believe it can, break above that level. So yeah, I personally believe that the price is gonna drop a little bit more from here after this rejection candle. Look at this. If that at the end of these 10 minutes we have a pin bar like that one, look, that's a very strong rejection candle. All right, guys, very strong rejection candle. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I believe I don't want to call these sales, but I want to say that that's a very high probability setup. I just don't want to. It's Monday. I just don't want to make you guys lose money. So, anyways, if you guys want to open a position like that, that's gonna be up to you. All right. So we have this horizontal level being respected. We got this most current pin bar, right? Rejecting that level and rejecting the higher level of the Bollinger Band, sorry. So from here, yes, we can expect the price dropping. So I don't know. I think based on my higher time frame analysis, I can believe that the price is gonna break above it, right? But this candle is telling me a story of rejection, right? Of this most immediate level, right? So this is a clear selling setup, right? So if you want to open a position like that one, that's gonna be again up to you guys. I'm not, I'm not calling this trade. I don't, but yeah, let's wait and see what's gonna happen. But I know we're gonna have a little bit of a reaction here, right? Let's take a look at the dollar index. So the dollar index is, well, that's the problem, The problem is that this in the dollar index is providing this breakout, and even though this current candle is creating some sort of rejection, the price can keep dropping, all right? The price can keep dropping. And with that drop, the price of, AUD/USD is gonna go up, right? However, the price has not been able to go above those levels, right? The price has not been able to go above this level before. Look at this, look at those candles, right? So, well, again, that's gonna be up to you. If you want to lower or decrease your risk, that's something that you can actually do, right? That's something that you can actually do. And yeah, you can decrease your risk, and in that way, in case that the trade doesn't work out, you're gonna feel okay, right? You can risk only 1% of your account, and if it doesn't work, that's totally fine. You're gonna lose only 1%. But if it works, you're gonna make 2% of your account with this trade, which would be should be, good enough. I personally believe that 2% in Monday, it's good enough. It's good enough to feel that you did something. Um, Now, let me guys in the comments, let me know, would you open a position like that one? Or would you like to wait? Would you be willing just to wait for more confirmations? Let me know in the comments. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. So what's going on with Euro USD? Let's take a look here. I'd like to see what's going on there. So most of you would wait. Okay, that's good. That's good enough. Okay, look, Euro USD is actually providing the breakout. Can you see that? Euro USD is actually providing the breakout, right? What I was talking about when I made this analysis in Euro USD, right? So even though AUD USD is providing a rejection, a Euro USD is actually providing that breakout. That's great. I'm gonna be looking for buys down here. Okay. All right. So let's move forward. I'm gonna put some music, guys, and let's make this a little bit more, enjoyable. Let's make it a little bit more enjoyable. Um, let's listen some smooth jazz. What about that? Let me know if the volume is good enough. If it's not, above my voice, because my voice is very, very low. All right. All right. So from here, look at this. This candle is actually closing like a good setup to go short, but again, the probability is also that the price in the dollar index is gonna keep dropping, and that's gonna create a breakout in AUD USD. So that's pretty much it. If you guys want to open a position like that one, that's gonna be up to you. Let's go to the New Zealand USD and make an analysis in here, right? And expect, for something. Look at that. Okay. Okay, so this is what we got in the New Zealand USD. This is the resistance. Okay, so from here, look at this. The price created this downward motion, right? Respecting this descending channel. Lower highs and lower lows being created. Okay, and the price went straight up. But now, look at this. The price has broken that trendline resistance. Okay, the price has broken that trendline resistance. So with that, broken level, we can expect two things. A false breakout of this, and the price dropping all the way down, or just a definite movement to the upside. So those are the two possible scenarios that can happen now. So let's take a look here and see what's going on. I mean, what can be the most likely scenario to happen. So let's take a closer look. Look at the strength of that those bullish candles, right? This is a very strong bullish momentum and strength, right? Look at that. Look at the strength of those candles. It's just going up, going up, going up, right? Going up, going up. And if the dollar index is dropping, that's just gonna keep flying. I mean, the New Zealand dollar is gaining, it's earning lots of strength, lots of strength, lots of strength, right? Can you see that? Lots of strength here in the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so from here, I can't sell, guys. I can't sell. I mean, we can't look for sales, all right? We cannot look for sales. Don't find that type of, strength in the candles. So normally what people do, they only take a look at the trend, right? Because that's what we are used to listen to, right? That's what we are used to hear. Just trend in the same direction of the trend. If you have a series of higher highs and higher lows, look for buys, right? Which this is the case. But you also need to take a look at the strength of the candles. So look at the strength of these candles. Look at that strength, right? Versus the strength of the selling candles. So what I see here is a very strong, momentum to the upside, right? Very strong momentum. So if I have a bullish trend and I also have a very strong momentum, why would I sell? Why would I sell? Right? Because I know that I know that there are many traders selling, just because they want to take the top. So they believe, okay, this is the top for the price to drop, so I'm selling now. And they sell, with this type of stop loss, and they sell, but don't do that. All right, guys, don't do that because that's just very dumb, right? That's just very, very dumb. So when you have a bullish trend and this type of momentum to the upside, just join those buyers. Okay? Just join the buyers. But that means that you have to wait also for this corrective movement, for this pullback, right? And then if there is a clear entry, like down here, then you can join those buyers, right? Don't look for sales, guys. Don't look for sales. Would I look for sales? Okay, let me tell you where I would be looking for sales in the New Zealand USD. So I'm willing to sell only if something like this happens. Let me show you. Okay, so we have this descending channel over here. Back. We have this descending channel over here, right? Okay, so that's a descending channel. I would be willing, super willing to short the New Zealand dollar if by any reason the price drops immediately below that level, right? Creating a false breakout of this resistance trend line. That's the only reason why I would be willing to sell or to short New Zealand USD. Okay? That's the only way I would be looking for sales. So if the price drops all the way down here, and creates this pullback in rejection, then I would go short. That's the only reason why I would go short. Alright, guys? That's the only reason I would go short. Otherwise, I would be only looking for sales. I would only be looking for sales. So look, this previous candle in the AUD/USD actually closed like a strong pin bar. That's a strong candle. Okay, very strong and clear rejection pin bar. All right. Okay, New Zealand USD. I wouldn't look for sales in here unless that scenario that I just draw happens. Okay. So from here, I'm only looking for buys, and if the price creates a pullback, right? This is a Let me draw it over here. So this is our resistance. If the price comes down and creates a pullback, I'm gonna go long in here. I'm gonna buy this pair. All right. All right, guys. So don't look for sales. Um, just look for buys. There is no reason to look for sales. So even if I go to the higher time frame, if I go and do top-down analysis, I would still, let's take a look. I wouldn't. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That's very interesting. That looks like a high. That's very interesting. Now let me draw my levels in here. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you what my analysis is. So this is a very important level, right? Support, resistance, and now this is what, a support or something. Okay. Anyway, this is also a resistance in there, right? Okay. So now this that we have here, that's the anatomy of a high. That is the anatomy of a high, right? That's the anatomy of a high. Okay, so having said that, it doesn't make sense, to look for buys, right? It doesn't make sense to look for buys if you're a high because you have to sell, high and buy low. So why would you buy a high? All right, so from here, look at the price. Look at what's going on. The most current candle, it's just super strong, right? Today's candle is very strong to the upside, very strong. And in the lower time frame, we were looking at how the price broke above that resistance trend line. All right. So from here, it's very interesting, the price action. Very, very interesting. From here, I expect the price, dropping. The price can reach um, this high again. The price can go till that high and then drop, right? So from here, I wouldn't be looking for buys and I wouldn't be looking for sales unless there is this, um, confirmation of sales in the daily time frame. So what's going on now is that the price is just not respecting that, structure. The price is just going up, but that movement to the upside, it's just a grabbing liquidity before the sellers push the price all the way down. Okay, so from here, guys, I wouldn't be willing to buy in the daily time. I'm not a swing trader, all right? I'm only an intraday trader. I only trade the 30-minute time frame, maybe the 1 hour, maybe the 2 hour time frames, but not the daily time frame. So I just take a look at the daily time frame to get a clear idea of what's going on in the market, and then I go to the lower time frame to align, right, what's going on in those time frames, and increase the probability of my setup, or to spot really good opportunities, to spot really clear key levels like this one. Can you see that level? That's an important daily level, right? So I know that when the price reaches that level in the lower time frames, in my time frame, which is the 30-minute one, I know that the price is going to have a reaction, and that reaction is going to make me money, all right? I'm going to take money out of that reaction. That's why I go to the higher time frames. Okay, so now look at this current candle. It's very strong, super bullish. All right, super bullish here, and from here we cannot, we cannot do anything because this is the anatomy of a high. All right, so from here I'm just waiting. I think that the price can drop from here in the daily time frame, but before the price um, do that, I don't know. The price do that. The price is gonna go up a little higher. It's the price do that or the price does that. I'm sorry. I'm just improving my English skills. All right. So don't relate my English skills to my trading skill, because I know there are people so dumb. There's this guy who told me, "Oh, you didn't spell that up appropriately. I can't believe in your trading skills." And I was like, dude, I hope that someone who spells perfectly English tells you how to open a position. There are people as dumb as that. Okay, so from here, this bullish candle is super strong. So guys, don't look for sales now, not now, right? Look at that, super strong. Look at that. So I would only look for buys here. I would only look for buys and confirmation of sales if that scenario happens. The price dropping and respecting that descending channel, then I would sell. And if that sell opportunity is provided, that would be a massive sell, because in the daily time frame, this looks like a high, and the price can drop all the way down here. All right. So yeah. For now, just looking for buys in the most immediate price action, and sells if the price goes below that resistance trend line that I draw before. Make sense? Have questions, guys? Do you have an analysis? Do you have your charts? Click here in this icon, in this camera icon, right? And you can click here where it says copy link to the chart image. So if you click there, right, and you send it over in the chat, right? And you send it over in the chat. We can go here. We can, I can go to that image, and I can provide you guys some type of feedback, all right, on your analysis. So take advantage from that, because this live stream is going to increase, and of course the probability of taking a look at all of the charts is going to decrease, right? So now that we are small, now that we are young, take advantage from that. Okay, so the price is just bullish here. GJ, what's going on, GJ? Look at that. So later on this morning, um, I was taking a look at this breakout with this candle. This was the candle that was being formed when I woke up. Right, that candle. I was like, oh, this is massive. This is beautiful, right? Why is this beautiful? Because if this is a breakout, I'm looking for buys, right? So this happens, this type of scenario happens so much. This happens super frequently in GJ and GBP USD. You know, the price dropping, creating a low, and then the price going up and respecting, I mean, correcting this previous momentum. This happens super frequently in GJ and GBP JPY, more in GBP USD, correct? GJ and GU. Um, it's more likely to see it in GU, but it happens very frequently. So I was looking for buys in here after this breakout to the upside and pullback to join those buyers. Now this is what has happened. The price is just going up without, a clear pullback. So now I'm waiting. I'm looking for buys. I'm definitely looking for buys. I don't know if it's clear for you guys. For me, it's very clear. But I'm looking for buys. Okay. I'm looking for something like that. Okay. And I think that it's not even necessary to go through a top-down analysis. I mean, this is just super clear. Super clear. You know, the price dropping all the way down, respecting the level, creating a breakout, respecting that level again. But after a breakout, I have a totally, I mean a total, and clear bias about the price going up. So I believe that the price is gonna reach this high before it drops, but I'm looking for buys in GJ. All right, I'm looking for buys in GJ. Don't look for sells. Okay, look for buys in GJ. Try to find, this entry point down here. All right, try to find that entry point to join the buyers. Buy GJ, guys. And I'm calling that now, right? Before, a good push to the upside it's created. I want to tell you guys that you have to buy GJ. Okay, so when you have to buy GJ or where you have to buy GJ, okay, that's a really good question, right? So that's gonna depend, all right? That's gonna depend on the entry. So you have to look for confluence factors. So for example, the market structure is one confluence factor. So this market structure is telling me that the price is gonna go up. That's the first confluence factor. The second one must be a key level, like this one, for example, or like that one, right? So those are key levels. So most likely the entry is going to happen there in those key levels, right? So that would be the second confluence factor. What would be the third confluence factor? Well, the third confluence factor would be the candlestick pattern, like a pin bar, like that one, like an engulfing candle, right? So that would be the third confluence factor. And the fourth one can be the 21 moving average, can be the Bollinger Bands, the 8 moving average, the Fibonacci tool, right? So that would be the fourth one. So if you get 3 to 4 or 5 confluence factors, that's a high probability setup. Actually, 4. If you get 4 confluence factors, um, that's a high probability setup. So I'm looking for buys in GJ. All right. I'm looking for buys in GJ. That's it. I'm not gonna say anything else. Just wait and see until you have more confluence factors to open a buying position. Same thing with GU. Same thing with GU. Buy GU. Do not sell GU. Buy GU. So I'm looking for a correction movement here to join those buyers. Okay. So I'm looking for buys in GU. Today is Monday, so I don't wanna, go super deep in my analysis because Mondays are not great for analysis. Mondays are just days to take a look at the charts and see what's going on, but not to make, the analysis or the projection for the whole week. That's made on Tuesday. Okay, so I want to see this type of correction, and I'm gonna join the buyers in GU. All right. So this is what I'm waiting for in GU after this breakout, right? So only looking for buys in GU after there is a correction movement or a pullback or a good entry. All right, only looking for buys in GU. So now let's take a look at gold and see what's going on in gold, right? Okay, so what would you be waiting just by taking a look at this market structure, what would you do? What would you do? Just by taking a look at this market structure, I would sell, right? Look at the strength of this level. This whole market structure looks like a high for the price dropping, right? I mean, for just from the market structure, I would be looking for sells. Also, this looks like a left shoulder head, and this one could be the right shoulder, right? For us to just go down, right? Can you see that? Okay, so I'm not looking for buys in gold. Look at this bearish strength, right? Look at all of those rejection candles from higher prices, right? So I wouldn't be looking for buys in gold. I would be looking for sells. All right, let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. This looks like a top, right? Can you see that? That looks like a top. So maybe the prices is gonna keep going up, right? Okay, so maybe the price is gonna keep going up. Let me make just a very quick analysis here because it deserves it, right? So the price is gonna do this, but now it's dropping. It's dropping, guys. Do not look for immediate buys now. Okay, look for sales in gold. Look for sales in gold, guys. Okay, let's go to the 3-minute time frame. Are you selling, Rick? What pair are you talking about? Are you talking about gold? You're talking about what, GU? You're buying GU? You're buying GU from here? That's good. That's good. I would move my entry, I mean my stop loss up here, right? Securing some profits. Okay, so gold is bearish, guys. Look for sales in gold. I would only be looking for sales in gold, all right? So if this head and shoulders pattern forms, look for this breakout of the neckline, right? So this would be the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. So look for this neckline breakout, something like this. Okay, so if something like this happens, you can go short. Okay, so that's the analysis behind gold. I mean, the most immediate analysis, I'm only looking for sales in gold until this low. Then from there, we can look for buys. But now, just look for sales in gold. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. I think we have gone through a very clear and quick analysis throughout all of these pairs. All right. So from here, don't do anything else. Be patient. Be smart. If you're gonna open a position only risking 1% of your account. Alright, guys? So that's pretty much it for today. Be careful. Okay? Talk to you tomorrow.